Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about the top 5 fastest car in the world. Before get started, I want to say please watch the whole video, then you understand why I rank different than others. Now here we have top 5 fastest car in the world. Now at number 5, Hennessy Venom GT. Under the hood there is a 7-liter twin turbocharged V8 producing over 1244 horsepower and same amount is weight, making this car power to ratio 1 to 1. Now if you drive this car, you feel insane G forces. This car produces over 2 G's of forces. Now 2 G's of forces face the twice the amount of forces you feel in a roller coaster ride. Now if you have this car, you don't need to go for a roller coaster ride. You can drive this car and you feel more enjoyment compared to a roller coaster ride. Now the top speed of this car is 217.49 miles an hour, but it has come that the Guinness World Record requires 30 cars to consider as a production car, but Hennessy make only 13. Now at number 4, Bugatti Chiron. Under the hood there is a 8-liter quad turbocharged W16. Yes, it is 8-liter. It is a twice the amount of cylinder, twice the amount of turbos, and twice the amount of liters compared to a normal hypercar like McLaren Senna. Now, if you throw this engine on someone, that car will be sure die. Now, this engine produces over 1500 horsepower and 1996 kilograms of weight. Now the official top speed of this car is 261 miles an hour, but whatever Bugatti say, it can go more faster, but the problem comes with the tires. The tires are not capable to keep the car at high speed. Now at number 3, the Koenigsegg 121. Now 121 name comes from 2 reasons. First, it is the power to ratio 1 to 1. Second, it is the first car ever to produce over 1 megawatt of power. Now what is 1 megawatt of power? 1 megawatt of power, it means 1 million of voltage. Now let's just think about it. In an average house, there's only 240 voltage is coming. Now that voltage is enough to kill you. Now what is 1 million of voltage? Now let's just talk about its engine. 5-liter twin turbocharged V8 produces over 1360 horsepower and same amount is weight. Now the official top speed of this car is 273 miles an hour. Now at number 2, the Koenigsegg Agera RS. Under the hood there is a 5-liter twin turbocharged V8 produces over 1160 horsepower and 1395 kilograms of weight. Now this car set the world record in 2017 at USA, the top speed of 284 miles an hour. Now what's so good about this car is the conditions this car was tested, the conditions are not perfect. It means we can say this car can go a little bit more faster. Now at number 1, there is a tie between 2 hypercars. Now here's the tricky part comes. That's why I am saying in the initial of the video, you have to watch full video. Now there are 2 hypercars. First the Hennessy F5, second is Koenigsegg Agera. Now these two both hypercars are able to produce more power to its weight, making this car ridiculously powerful. Now let's just talk about Hennessy F5. Under the hood there is a 7.4-liter twin turbocharged V8 producing over 1600 horsepower and 1338 kilograms of weight. Yes, it is 1338 kilograms of weight, approximately 600 kilograms lighter than Bugatti Chiron. We can say we put 12 people of 50 kilograms on Hennessy F5, then it will equal the weight of Bugatti Chiron, or we can say we remove 12 people from Bugatti Chiron, then it will be equal the weight of Hennessy F5. Now the official top speed of this car is 300 miles per hour. Now 300 miles per hour is so ridiculous. If you want to travel New York to Mexico, so you can travel New York to Mexico in just 3 hours. Or if you want to travel 100 kilometers, you can travel 100 kilometers in just 12 minutes. Yes, only 12 minutes. Now let's just talk about Koenigsegg Regera. Under the hood there is a 5-liter twin turbocharged V8 producing over 1500 horsepower. Yes, it is 1500 horsepower. The same amount of horsepower what Bugatti produces, but what makes Koenigsegg so great is it takes only 5 liter to produce over 1500 horsepower, and Bugatti takes over 8 liter to produce over 1500 horsepower. Also, that's not enough for Koenigsegg. There are also 3 electrical motors whose combined horsepower with the combustion engine is 1800 horsepower and 2000 Nm of torque and 1590 kilograms of weight. Now, the official top speed of this car is 249 miles an hour. Now you guys are thinking that I am a stupid, that why I put this car on the number 1. Now the reason is its insane horsepower. It is 1800 horsepower and 2000 Nm of torque. It is more than any hypercar. Also, this car is so luxurious, and this car was first fully robotized hypercar. After the clutches effect, the Koenigsegg is able to manage this hypercar more power to its weight. And also this car is no transmission. It has 3 electrical motors. Koenigsegg call this Koenigsegg direct drive. Now when we talk about it has no transmission, a lot of people think about that it is something RPM loss. But that's not true. The Christian von Koenigsegg says this car is always on the 7th gear. What does that mean? If you put your car on the 1st gear, then it is something RPM loss. But when you put your car on the 7th gear, then it is no RPM loss, because power transmission input to output will be always 1-to-1. And that's the same thing happening in Koenigsegg Regera, because it has no transmission. The power transmission will be always 1-to-1. Also, it is advantageous to get 3 electrical motors. Now, what I think about this car is this car can go more faster than 300 miles per hour. Now, I want to know about you guys. What do you guys think about this car? If this car was tested, how this car can go fast? Now, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comment in below.